So, critically acclaimed anime YouTube megastar Digi Bro, or he changed his channel name to Otaku Gonzo Journalism, which is kind of cringy, if I'm going to be honest with you. That's pretty cringe. I did cringe at that, but whatever. He made a new video today uh, about weird anime porn, is the name of it. But basically, it's just him talking about, um, kind of like the controversial fetishism that shows up in anime or hentai, like lolicon or fucking rape stuff, and just also the general, um, what's the word? Fuck. What's the word that I'm thinking of? The pervasiveness. That's the word of sexuality and stuff in anime. Uh, the issue with this video is that he's literally using fucking Gamergate logic, like Thunderfoot response to Anita Sarkeesian video, like basically to the letter logic in this video. And he reveals at the end that it was written in 2014, which, yeah, that's pretty that's pretty obvious, because that's the exact same shitty reasoning, literally bringing up, if people, Grand Theft Auto 5 made people kill each other, no one would even be alive because it sold so many copies. Whoa, that kind of stuff. And basically straw manning and thinking that the issues that people have with, you know, um, the kind of objectification of female characters and stuff in anime, or the pervasiveness of lolicon and sexualizing even just fictionalized children. The issue that people have with that is that, oh, well, clearly this means that, child rape is going to happen, or that, women are going to be raped, which is not necessarily the fear that very many people are having. So, because this is using shitty Gamergate logic, I'm just gonna have to be Anita Sarkeesian in this video and basically rehash all of her arguments from back in the day. Granted, Anita Sarkeesian is my SJW goddess, and I do use, I watch her videos every day, and they're basically the gospel of how I live my life. In fact, I was actually able to fulfill one of my long-term goals. I got castrated, this weekend, and I feel a lot better about myself. And I think Anita Sarkeesian would be really proud of me for doing that. But anyway, Digibro, I know you're gonna see this personally, so I'll address the rest of this to you. You're dumb as hell. The entirety, all these kind of Gamergate, level arguments, are basically attempting to apply, common sense logic, like Occam's razor and stuff, basically out of the everyday, kind of commonplace scenarios where that kind of stuff is useful for, the everyman, even though common sense is obviously an incredibly vague term. But they're taking it out of that context, the useful everyday stuff, and trying to say, well, clearly this also applies to sociology and to psychology, and this is how they work because, it's just common sense, clearly. I don't have to actually know anything about how sociology or psychology work. It's just common sense, They're soft sciences, so clearly I don't need to actually know anything to make these fucking dumbass statements. So yes, the issue with, female characters in anime being, having little to no personality, essentially being there as a walking piece of flesh for the audience to be titillated by. That isn't going to cause, a spike in rapes or anything, because, as Saint Sarkeesian herself has said, um, something like murder or rape are so far out of our everyday lives, for the majority of us anyway, that they're not anything that people would actually consider doing. But these things do have subtler, they they manifest in more subtle ways. For example, if you see the women in the anime that you watch, the animes that you watch rather, are all just basically there to be looked at and drooled over, then that can start to negatively affect your perception of women in the real world, which I don't know if you've ever been on 4chan.org/a, but that's a thing that's going on there. And similar stuff with, lolly hentai or rape hentai. That specifically being about sex, I'm not 100% sure how that actually, clearly it does push some people to commit real life shit like that. Although obviously not everyone who does, who is aroused by that kind of stuff, gets into it. But also, it's just kind of messed up, dude. Like, why you gotta be watching that, Why you gotta be watching a little girl get fucking her butt pounded in? Like, that's just gross. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Not to say, again, that they should be, arrested for, just that stuff. Obviously, real life CP or fucking, actual shit done against real life children, you go to jail and you die. In my opinion, that's what should happen to you. But, in this, you're probably not that, but I do think you should be ostracized for it because it's fucked up and that's no good. And it's just a weird thing. So you're weird and I don't want to talk to you. Just get out of my home. This video is a little less substantive than I was thinking it would be. But also, Digi Bro's video is 5 minutes long, and literally you can just watch any of Anita Sarkeesian's fucking videos, old videos, and just literally just refute it with that, so whatever.